Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Now, we've run out of people free to go and live in various places, so this number is not anything that helps us anymore. So all of these various towns that I've created is becoming a little bit of a problem. So what I'll do is I'll stop the allowing citizens to move into this city because there's still plenty of like empty buildings here. So we want to fill up Avocado first so that we can get our steel production going. Now, what I do see over here is that we've got a fair number of workers ready to go at the bus station. So what I'll do, you know what? We will need to set up something. This building is without a power supply. Okay, let's quickly set up a power supply here. Probably a more industrial variety for this one. And what I'll do is I'll just run it up to about there. And then I'll run it into that direction. That's okay, but we will need to provide a little piece here. So let's do that. And we'll go ahead and tie this one in over here. Now, I don't think this is going to have water. Oh, it does have water. Oh, okay. The technical services is dropping off water directly, which for the time being, I think is going to be fine. So let's get that underway. We'll also get the electricity assigned for construction. So we'll try and get that to start working. What I will do is probably say workers can be picked up from over here, so that we start using... Oh, actually, we don't have any buses over there. Buses are on this side. So just need to make sure that from a worker's perspective, we're picking up our workers over there. So we're not using the wrong type, or at least we're not using foreign workers. We're mostly relying on our own workers. If I do that, will everybody still have access? Yeah, via that side. That's okay. So we could provide a little bit of relief here. Just something like that. So there is a different way around there. They'll probably make use of what we've got there most of the time. You know what? The one thing I will also do while I'm here is just quickly sort out our one-way. I did see, interestingly, that the new update that's coming out will provide a little bit more flexibility in terms of road widths and things like that. So that would be pretty cool. So if I do these as one-ways, one thing to bear in mind is if we ever go there, we'll have a bit of a problem. And that's okay. I don't think we need these to stay two-way at this point in time. We do have the flexibility of making a turn through there. We'll keep an eye on it. We're not actually using any of these facilities at the moment for the rail construction. So I would like to just make sure we've got most of our highway pieces kind of sorted out. So let's do that. What I will do is I will connect a few more of them up like this. So that should be able to provide access to anything that we may need access to in the long run. So we'll leave that be. We'll let that construction run. We will buy some buses and we will start running some heating workers over here. We can probably drop this thing down a fair bit. Probably something like a quarter of what we need over there in terms of workforce. Now let's get over here. So what I want to do is make sure that we're moving in a fair number of people here, and I need to make sure my workers is going elsewhere at the moment. That's not up and running yet, so we're not going to be messing around with that. We've got our extra buses here, so what I may do is quickly assign them to the various lines. So let's get them out one after the other. So 2 more on the heat workers. Thank you. And then 2 more on the power workers. Here we go. And that should be pretty reasonably picking up people if we have people available. But I think we will let most people start kind of moving into this area instead. There's a traffic jam, which is associated with gravel, so that's going to be all good. We've got people in here, and so all of this should be working fully loaded with workers. We don't actually have this connected up yet, so what we can do, it's not an urgent requirement for us, but we can most certainly do a little bit of this, and probably as direct as humanly possible. Let's get Moderate to come and work out that section there. This should be providing culture to people, really. Not so much. Okay, so what we can certainly do is we can try and provide an additional walkway across here. So let's find an extra little piece of routing through. Ooh, I don't think we can, because this is like a massive fall, right? Can't actually go up there. So, yeah, it is a bit of a problem, I think. It is a bit of a problem. So what I will do is probably do this, that, and ooh. We do something like this, we can actually tie it in right over there and say, let's go, and we'll get whoever we can assigned to all of these things. So we just start building more of our little roadways in through here. So we have some electricity problems. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Yes, we've got workers ready to go. So these guys should be all good at the moment. Perfect. Now, what we need in this area is a little bit of distribution, but also we will need... I was thinking maybe some construction offices. Now, that's not going to build nicely in that area, so we'll keep that area clear, but we will need a little bit of distribution. So if we're going into distribution offices, I would like... I don't think we need the major distribution offices, right? We need 12 vehicles. What do these look like? I might do these, actually. The standard in-game distribution offices. That seems pretty reasonable. Maybe if we do it something like this, give it a little bit of room there. Try and align it up with the road as best we can. Something like that, I think. Give a bit of room. We'll do one. Actually, let's flip it around and do that. That's going to look, I think, reasonable. I need free excavators. Oh man, that's a bit of a bummer. I know where we have excavators, but actually one of the other things that we need to build in this location is probably construction, a construction office. I wouldn't mind getting a big construction office in place here. A 32 vehicle construction office like that. Probably this one is okay. Wow, it almost squeezed in there. So a construction office. We won't be able to run a lot of the stuff though. But yeah, something like that. This area will be distribution and construction maybe. If we do something like this, we could probably make a start on a construction office and have some local construction offices here that can help out a little bit. Let's do this as a starting point, and what we'll do is we'll get Kioski to come and build that one as a starting point for us, and then we'll move on to distribution, and we'll move some of our vehicles that we've used to build that rail bridge on the other side, or that plan that rail section over there, and bring them a little bit closer. So we've got fuel over here. These guys will bring them back. That's basically what we'll do. Now, what I can do is I can use the Zactograd rail construction team. Leave that over here, not being assigned to much. They're actually assigned to something, to be honest. I might just stop that. No, currently under construction, so let's Actually, let's pin this and let's quickly see where we've got this going on. Good stuff. Well, what we can do in the meantime is I can definitely go ahead and assign another one, make a start over here. So come in on this track. Well, it doesn't really matter which one you're using. But anyway, come in through there and come back. So they'll go by and come back and start constructing from that side. And yeah, once this section is kind of done, I would rather, once you're done with this section you're building, don't have any workers though, I'd rather assign Kioski or someone else to work on this. My goodness, when is my next batch of workers coming in? Okay, I will need to have a bit of a look at the workers then, the worker situation for this, to be able to get these rail sections done a little bit quicker. Everything else is progressing fairly nicely. Over here you can see that we've got a little bit going on here. Basically just work days that we need now. So just workers needing to go in there. And that's where something like this could work quite well. If we have a few buses in there, just bring local workers to come and finalize more of this. Now, we're still struggling with workers on this guy. These are kind of just dropping everything off. So heating is now running brilliantly. We don't have any, probably doing more than we need to do. I do need to sort out our water here. So that's another piece of the construction piece that we'll need to just have a look at. We now have 8 workers, so that's really not good. Let's go back over this way and just see what is going on with this. So I'm very sure we've got just buses dropping people off here at the moment, right? AMZs, no. So, oh, here we go. Just see what that looks like. Ah, you're bringing it in from this side. That's the situation. Sewage treatment. Oh, okay. 32 workers for sewage treatment. That's a little awkward. So how many buses on this? 3 buses on this line. Let's check that one out again. Yeah, I've got 3 buses on this line. Do we need more? Probably. Probably need more. How many workers are we getting in over here? Oh, that's reasonable. That's really reasonable. So we should be building boats at quite a rate now. Okay. Okay, let's dash out of this and get ourselves one more bus. Probably. Oh, we've got plenty of buses over here. So let's cancel whatever we've been doing there, and we'll assign it to. Ooh, what is this line that I'm talking about here? So it will be Zacto rail workers and make a start. So let's just run that and see about getting that to work. So we'll get a few more workers out there, hopefully. And then hopefully things will move along a little quicker. All of this is built. This is getting built pretty quickly. This needs to be loaded up. So one of the things I want to make sure we have is access to all of this stuff. These guys should be able to. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So you'll be able to get there pretty easily and effectively and quickly. So all of this is under construction. That section is not. So can we probably do a little bit of this and a little bit of that as well at the same time? Probably need to do something like this over here. Something like that. We need to tie in a lot of these various things. Interestingly, let's see, can we... Oh man, I like this. We won't be able to go through there, but we'll definitely be able to do that. Okay, and then we can... Yeah, so let's make a start on some of these pathways. We don't need them as of yet. And then what I want to do here is let's limit some amounts. We would like to do like 50% food. Oops, didn't finish that one off. 50% food. Probably 60% food. 60% food, 25% clothing, and so that gives us 85, so that gives us 15% of this. And that'll be enormous amounts anyway, right? So yeah, that's big numbers. That's big numbers. And this guy, we can limit the amounts here as well and just kind of do something like that. So it just kind of does a reasonable job. Now over here, I think we can basically just assign this guy to come and do it. So just make sure to come and drop off over there. Go all the way down and say unload whatever you can unload in that area, and we'll go into 30% because that's enormous. So that should make this area a pretty good spot to start moving into, but we don't have the people for it. So for the time being, we'll not have them move in. We'll keep an eye on this. I would like that number to go up. We're not actively allowing anybody or everybody to come and move in here, right? These aren't open to move in. These are, and they are pretty much ready to go. Actually, so that means we don't really have any other spots for people to go and live. So that's probably steps in the right direction. What I can do is I can get maybe Zacto helicopters to come and help out on that a little bit. That section is still going. I can probably also get the helicopters assigned over here to help the construction of this. From a rail perspective, we may be, well, the problem is if we don't do all the rail sections, we will find ourselves in a bit of a mess. Okay, so let's just get you moving. Yeah, please move, and let's speed it up because things are tediously slow at the moment. Yeah, keep going. Stop worrying about the red signals at the moment. Keep going. You're probably not even close to the same place. I just need, well, actually, you should, we don't have a, that's what the issue is here. What are you doing, actually? Doing the electrification? Yeah, that's what's happening. Oh, no. You're coming in this way? Wow, interesting. Going through there? Oh, okay. Electrification over here, I assume. Yeah, there we go. Plenty of workers. What a pain. Okay, well, let's send you back. You're finishing off there, right? So what I'll do now is I'll just say you drop the Zactograd there, and what we'll do instead, and now I've lost the I would like someone else to come and work on this. Maybe we can get the track layers from over here. What are they working on? Are they working on stuff? They're not actually working on stuff. So let's get them to come and finish off these sections. Probably go in from both sides. I don't know if that's a smart thing to do. Yeah, the idea that unfortunately we do need a lot more of this to actually just work. So let's set up more of these things. I think there are only 2 track builders there, but let's just set up multiple sections for them to start working on. So get moving a little bit more. This is moving along quite nicely at the moment. Got a lot of, actually, this is finished off a phase, so it's waiting on more materials now. This should be built fairly quickly, I think, and then we can start bringing in workers from over here, which will make things happen a little quicker. The idea really is that we would like to make sure, now. So that means we can now open up and get more people in these areas. So what I'll do is I'll open up the next one over here. Right? That's going to be fine. Let's just do this. Yeah, let's just do this one here. So it'll slowly start seeing people move in. Excellent. So let's fill that one up. And then hopefully that'll help us out a little bit. Some people are not able to find sporting or a pub or tavern. Yeah, that fair enough. I know there's some issues with that. And over here, we don't have anything up and running here just yet, but we would like to at least get our stuff up here a little bit more. Okay, now, if I go over here, do we have a track builder? Excellent. Excellent. I love it. So I would like this guy to also make a start on that section there. Okay, so one of the things that we'll do is I'm just going to put in a set of signals there and there. And then once you're past a certain point, I'll set some other signals in there. This should be... We have... kind of wondering about signals in that location. Or at least here. Maybe what we can do is we can put some signals... Put some signals over there just so that that section doesn't kind of block things. I don't think it will anyway. They're more likely to block one another at the moment. That's okay. Everything is moving, it seems. But yeah, the big thing for us at the moment is getting these things up and running. Is we need some of these tracks to do their thing. You're on your way back, so get there quicker. We have track builders coming in. Excellent. We've got some track builders arriving. You can stop waiting and move in from there. So what I could do here, probably throw in a few bits and pieces like that. So if we do this, that doesn't need to have something just yet. Yeah, the whole thing is interconnected at the moment. I'm kind of wondering, do I go about doing something like this at least, so we've got everybody just not on the same track all the time? So something like that should help out a little bit more. Good, let's move on that a little bit more. Excellent. I want to pop in here again and just see how our construction is happening. Should have built a road section there. That's done. Excellent. We've got this guy, but we don't have anything assigned to it just yet. So let's just grab this distribution office, pop it in here and say, buddies, please, load this thing up to about 50%. So we've got fuel ready to go available in this area. Excellent. That's looking really good. We can start further construction, but we've got plenty of workers here, so probably worth us buying a vehicle or two. This is a depot. Oh, that's a technical office. Do we not have a depot anywhere? This thing is burned down. So we don't have a vehicle depot. Might be worth it buying one in this location. So let's get ourselves a vehicle depot. Road vehicles depot. Just a little something like that. Yeah, I actually like that. That looks reasonable. Let's get that under construction so we can buy some buses and stuff. We could have done a free one, but let's make a meaningful city in this location. That guy is getting its fuel. All of these paths are done. I like that. One thing that I did want us to have a bit of a look at is grab an extra set of pathing through here. We might be able to do a... Yeah, actually, I'm not too opposed to this. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's get that going so I can start working on it. That's good. I like more paths, guys. More paths is always better because you need to maximize your walking distances as best you can. So if we look at this furthest one away, you can't get to the hospital all that. But that's okay because they can actually send ambulances out. But at the same time, it means that we have police and everybody working there, and we do have firefighters ready to go, and everybody should have everything they need. If I have a look at this, how happy are people here? I wish we had a number shown on there, but productivity is a good indicator of happiness anyway. So we've got about, how many people? 1,300 people in this location, about 88% productivity, which is really good. We will ultimately build probably up here, or maybe down here, and we'll check the distance, but probably up here we will build the fuel processing. And then one of the things that we'll need to have a look at is, can we bring maybe a little tunnel section through here tying into this rail? Yeah, that might be something we can make a start on. So what I will do is I will also continue construction there, get it up to around a medium situation there, and then I think what I'll do, we'll look to get. I might carve this in a little bit so we have a shorter tunnel. So let's have a look. We should have vehicles ready to go in this area. So let's do that. Let's level a little bit more from, say, this area here. Yeah. It might actually be Let's smooth it out. Yeah, we don't have a lot of vehicles. Ooh, that might be a tedious one. So let's see, what's the level? Hang on, let's double check our levels. So what's the, sorry, wrong tool. What's the level on this side? 85, and on this side? Yeah, so we need to be, up around there when we tunnel. Okay, so with that in mind, let's level up at the 85 mark. So the idea is we push this in a little bit, and then we smooth this out so it's a more gradual decline. Oops, almost made a mistake there. So yeah, let's push this in. So the tunnel, we might not push it in completely, but yeah, I think there's room for a tunnel in this area. If the more we push it back, the easier we will have this. But I think that's probably about appropriate right over there. Then what we'll do is we'll terrain smooth the rest of this, so it's a very gradual climb to that point. So yeah, we would like to go, if we can get all of them, all of these lines, these contour lines to go more gradual and more whiter color, that means it's easier for the trains to kind of do it. So I think I don't think we're going to quite get there unless we move. Yeah, maybe. Actually, maybe that's okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be about right. So let's leave it to that. And now the idea would be, we would like some electrified tunnels to run probably pretty straight through here. Okay, let's try that again. If we were to do that, right? A double set of tunnels, we have tunnel bore machines that can do their work there. And then what we'll do is this electrified? This isn't even electrified. Ha. Okay, so we'll definitely need to start working on that as well. And then this could actually, because I think we'll just do a pretty basic little section here. So that will be, ultimately it will need to go in all directions, really. It's going to come out that way. So there we go. So let's try that. So you go in that way, or that way, and out, and in and out, like so. So that gives us a reasonable distance here, and it gives us a reasonable distance there, and there's nothing there to worry about. So I think that's going to be an okay junction shape. And the idea really with this is that we provide... So what we can do is we can do facilities to load and unload various things here. So the idea is really that we'll just do... that we'll just do a split and we'll unload stuff in this area. We might see about extending the rail in the future, but that's going to be a bit of a starting point there for us. I wouldn't mind doing that. So let's just get all of this going. We need to electrify in this area still, which I kind of forgot about. We'll just leave that as is. All of this construction is underway. We need to, once that's done, start running a bus for heating in this area as well. But I think we're doing a pretty reasonable job thus far. So let's go back over here and see what's going on with our construction in this area. All of these things should now be done. Okay, so let's pause it for a second while we quickly think about this. So we can now have shoppers here. Electronics is not being delivered. So do we not have electronics available? Yeah, we're out. And that probably is because we have more chemicals now and we've stopped producing plastics. So let's get... actually, let's get maybe... I think 5 was working. Let's up it a little bit to... actually, let's go back down to 5 again. Just to make a start on it. Because these guys are moving significant amounts. Yeah. And electronics is being made reasonably well. But yeah, we're not getting... Plastics is kind of the problem. But now plastics should start getting built again, and then plastics will move on over here where we are building electronics, but we're out of plastics, and so that was the issue. So now we should start seeing that happening again. Let's just see how quickly are we moving plastics. I think let's go up to 10. I know last time we had a bit of a problem because it was creating plastics way quicker than we could create chemicals. Now we'll build a facility like this over in Bedlam, and we'll just have to see how we manage levels. But this is still more than enough resources for us to deal with. Now, the other thing that we can have a bit of a look at over here, this is progressing fairly well. Track building. Now, there's a little section there that's still not done. But it is should be under construction. We are busy building lots of different little sections of track. We just want to make sure that, well, actually, do we even have anything under construction here at the moment? I would say probably not really. This Savasi? No, it's not. So where are you building? Interesting. Going straight through and coming back? Might be. No, it's doing the electrification, I assume. Yep, there we go. Electrification done. Now you're heading back. Yeah, this is the thing. The little sections of electrification is absolutely tedious. So all of that's built. There's some sections here that needs some construction from Savasi, I think. Yeah, all of that is under construction. And even this side, Savasi is needing to finish off that little section there. We could potentially just kind of sort out one section. I mean, we're almost done with a full loop here. What we probably need to do is get... How would that even work? Oh, yeah, we'd come in this way, and then you would go in there. And then how would you go back out? You wouldn't be able to, really. Yeah, I can't really imagine... I can't remember how I built this, but everything here seems fairly reasonable. That section's done. So what we really just need to do is just make sure that the rest of this is assigned. So let's grab the Kowski track builders. Yeah, they're not working on much, are they? Let's head back on over there. It's over here, actually. And let's... working on that. So definitely... I'm not too fussed with all these other bits and pieces, to be honest. We would like to see more of this being built. And even that. So let's get a little bit of that going. The rest of this is kind of okay. Slowly make our move that way. Oh, interesting. So you came in from that side. Good. Oh no, you're heading back out, right? You're heading back. Yeah, that's fine. Let's help you along with that. All of this is done. Okay, now the next thing that I think is quite important for us to get done, only a few more work days left over there, then we can start doing a little bit more work here. So the next thing that is quite interesting and that we need to have a look at is building some of these facilities, actually. That would be fine. If we just build these two, that's going to be all good. They're not actually connected up. So let's get them connected up like so. And we will get maybe Moderate to come and help out construction over here. And maybe we can get Moderate Air to do the same thing. That can park there, can't do that side though. That's okay. So let's leave it there. That should help out the water situation that everybody is so concerned about, or that we're seeing the complaints about. Keep building without drinking water. Same here. Providing very limited amounts. Have we... so we haven't actually... yeah, we'll probably need to build the water infrastructure in this area also. Actually, while we're at it, let's get that going also. So we'll get Moderate to come in and sort out that. And can we get Moderate Air in here? We can get them in over there. That's good. We do have... I'm assuming we have walkways up to here. Not yet, really. For the time being, we'll just do that. We'll have to deal with some of these roads that's not been properly laid out. Well, actually, we probably need to start working on at least the graveling of these roads. Yeah. Let's do a little bit of road gravel allocation. So let's do at least these, right? They are pretty important for us, ultimately, and we don't want any of these things to burn down either, right? So we can start getting some, well, now they won't be able to get here. That was a bummer. Not really what I should have done. So let's get Kowski on top of some of these things. We can even get moderate air here to come and help drop off some stuff, so we move things through a little quicker. This will be built in no time. Okay, that should be fairly close. We need a load of workers over there. These should be okay. Yeah, good. And how's this going? Filling up? It is filled up completely. So how many? Ooh, I like it. So now we're actually starting to see some real numbers over here. Do hope that we're getting sufficient bits and pieces in there. That section is done. That's good. How many workers over here? Awesome. So that will be really good for us. So as soon as our construction office is ready to go, things will move along a little bit. Now, these guys are complaining they don't have... No, culture is okay. So they shouldn't be complaining too much, really. Awesome. So, shall I allow people to move into some of these other buildings? We need more paths over here. So let's actually what we can do is let's allow the moving in of people over here. That's fine. Let's trim that back and see what we can do. Oh, actually, there's some sections here that needs to be constructed. Can we get maybe the helicopters can't get in here? Can you believe it? Now let's get Kowski then to come and bring some stuff up on this side, and similarly we will need to provide some pathways on this side, and I wouldn't mind cutting through there and running. Yes, beautiful. So that worked quite well. We'll do that actually, and all the way up there. I think that's going to be okay. And then what we'll do is we'll cut it across there, or even across here. Good. So let's do that, and let's get maybe... Yeah, we'll get Kowski to come and work on these also. Can't do anything there just yet. We'll need to clean this whole area up a little bit. See about how we... Yeah, I don't know. They can get across that way, but yeah, we're going to have an issue. We'll need another shop on this side, to be honest. Somewhere over here probably need another shop if we want to continue to expand this area. But yeah, we're going to have a reasonable amount of workers ready to go if we can only get the rail to kind of sort itself out. Track builders stuck in different locations. Yep, absolutely. So keep going. Are you heading back? So I'll just get you out of the way. Yeah, so we've got electrification. I think there's sections that's been electrified. No, all of these sections are electrified. It's this section that's not. But this should be tied in. Oh, no, it still needs some construction here. And then we'll be able to electrify the rail. Various little sections struggling a little bit. But anyway, we're moving. Is this done? This is done. Good. So our very first... it was a crime that wasn't... Yeah, anyway. Our very first steel mill is here. But we've got some way to go. Actually, that section needs to be constructed as well. So let's make sure we get maybe Moderate to come in and deal with that while we can. All of this needs to be built slowly and try and get everything moving as best we can so that slowly get the facilities going. Excellent. Here we go. Now we've got... so what I'll do, I'll grab the guys I've got parked over here. We'll get both of them ready. And we'll just move them over here. We're not going to have concrete and the likes in here. Let's move them all over here. At the same time, I would like to procure us some buses. Yeah, 3, 4 of them should be okay for now. And we do want open hull. To be honest, they won't be used initially. But let me have a look at capacity here. So I want to have these guys really. Maybe we'll just grab these. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And probably a couple of covered hulls. 1, 2 covered hulls. And oh, actually, what we can also do is get some road cranes going. Yeah, I like these. They're pretty good. 39. That's going to be fine. Let's get actually total capacity. Why is it speed? No, value. That's the one. Yeah, for some reason these are high value. Okay, anyway, doesn't matter. Let's just grab a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them should work fine as well. They can run around themselves. And that should hopefully sort us out a little bit more in terms of at least getting workers going. So at the very first instance, we'll get workers to come in from over there. The other stuff we really can't assign yet because we're not bringing in anything for delivery. And all these kind of bits and pieces are still doing its thing slowly. Any trains stuck anywhere? Yeah, these track builders and the likes. Just need to get these things moving a little quicker. There's still a little bits and pieces that needs to be done. Actually, this is coming along. And these sections under construction, really. We're missing materials, so that's not quite what we're after. You can go ahead and actually really deliver mechanisms with truck only. And what I would like you to do is just make sure you are picking up any bits and pieces that you can start constructing. Actually, what I don't want is for you to do that. So stop this one. We don't want you to work on stuff that you really can't work on. Anyway, let's rename this. This is going to be Havoc Construction. Okay, so Havoc Construction can be assigned to stuff as well now. And at the very least, it'll bring us in some workers. That's the plan. That is the plan. Slowly, all of this stuff is coming together. How's this going? Almost full? Practically full. Practically full. So we're making... Are we starting? Let's get a way for these guys to get through to the other side here. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to come through there. And probably just run in straight through here and up there. So let's do that. That should hopefully get this within reach, and then we can at some point run this through here, and hopefully all of that is helping everybody get access to what they need. So let's clear that one out, and let's just start work on that. Get Moderate to come and do all of this. We're slowly getting all of these little sections built. There's plenty of guys that I'm thinking is probably not doing much. But anyway, all of these things are being built, so at least we're getting there. Lots of people moving in here and lots of workers available. Lots and lots of workers available. That's good. This is getting a bit tedious here. Ultimately, that's not really the plan. Rather, it's the plan to run that side. But for the time being, it's probably better we allow the straight through there. Yeah, it's a little bit better we do that now. At this point in time, at least. These are kind of finishing off. Back layers doing their thing. That section's built. This section... Oh, actually, that's all good. All done. All done through there. Okay. So that's Sivasi, right? So let's get Sivasi assigned to something else then. Oh, there are still sections that's under construction. Oh, it's over here. So that's fine. Just leave that be. Just leave that be. They can continue working on that. This section is then almost done through here. And, oh, this is the problem. Get you out of the way. Where are you heading to? Oh, you were just turning around? Interesting. That way. Okay, I see. Where you're heading back to, get you to head back a little bit quicker. Lots of little bits and pieces happening at the moment here. Let's move back over here, see about progressing this a little bit more. How many tourists do we have running around here? Oh man, the hotel is practically full. I love it. Don't have any alcohol hanging out. Have to keep an eye on some other things. These guys aren't doing anything. All of that's built. Love it. Love it. This is got everything we need. So we could start opening up over here and have some workers. Oh, you know what we're missing? Well, I'm not going to have. This is going to be construction workers only. So what we would like to do is just make sure we are allowing them to tie in there appropriately. I'll do a little bit of this. Yeah, it's probably okay. These will all go that way. That's through there. These guys can come in through this side. What we don't have is them tying up on here. We do that. That kind of looks okay. Actually, let's try and do that a little bit better. Do that. There we go. That looks awesome. Well, let's get some of these things started at least. So we continue our path journeys here. And then we can probably start building some more stuff in this location. More. Shall we do the same buildings? Do another round of these guys? I like it, actually. So if we do another round, it kind of will look pretty good, I think. If we do, say, there, so we can have another path run through. Okay. And then how did I want to do? So then, yeah, let's do this then. Need a bit of room there. We spin it around and we'll do one. Like so, and maybe just one final one, something like that. Yeah, I like that actually. So the idea here is we'll find ourselves a few spots. Actually, we need the better pieces. So if I do that, okay, and yeah, that's a little tough. I want to bring it pretty close through there. Do that, and we... Oof. Oh, we can do that. Let's do that. That's okay. We can tie that one in there, and we can't really do this. So what we might do is we might do this, and get rid of that section, and instead tie up this one over here. That gives all of these things road connections, and we'll still do a little path that runs through here, and we can do a few other facilities in there. So that's another 5 of them actually. So we've got 5 there and 5 here. That's a pretty reasonable block size actually. Yeah, I like it, and they'll be able to get access to a lot of different stuff in this area. And we will be running a path through there and so on. So let's assign that and start seeing some construction coming in. These guys I should switch off though, because this area is allowing citizens to move in. So let's just not do that. Let's just get it built. Okay, good stuff. There we go. And what we'll also do, we'll run a little bit of a path down the middle here. We'll do that, and at the same time you'll be able to do that. That's okay. I like that. Splits it quite reasonably in that area. And we'll also do what actually? We will want to. This area actually won't work this way. We can provide access. We'll just provide access there. They can actually access from the other side. So all we do is access it in from there, and let's just leave that be. So we'll get those construction sections going, and we'll move on from there. So that's looking pretty good. We can start seeing people move in. People are already kind of using the shops, so we can really start getting. Maybe what we do is let's see. So where can you go? You can go to university. You can go there. You can get that, and you'll get everything you need. So what I'll do is I'll actually open up this one. So we have a few more people starting to move in this location. And then the idea is really that I would like workers to now be assigned here. So you'll get construction assigned, I'm assuming. Yep. Yeah, you're getting construction assigned. So once that's a go, we should have workers ready to go in this area. And yeah, I might see most of them working in other locations than what I want them to. It's filling up pretty quickly. Yeah, there's lots of people. Our money is looking good. Look at the dollars coming in, 2.5 million. So we might be in a good spot to. Yeah, look how quickly we can get stuff done over here. Love it. What's happening in this part of the world? We probably haven't made a start on our tracks, or we have. So you can't find where you're wanting to go because of this. Okay, let's just fix that then. There we go. So now there we go. So now you should be able to sort yourself out. Yeah, that's okay. We'll get going on this. We'll get going on that. There's still plenty of stuff here, and we can see more people move in at some point. Don't have workers? Okay, buses. Let's grab a couple of buses at least. So grab, yeah, we'll just do these. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. That's going to be sufficient. Wouldn't mind starting work on the extra set of roads there. Citizens' happiness too low? Where is this? Really? What are you missing? Oh, that section still needs to be built. You are missing what? Meat and food. So this is running out, is it? Got food. Definitely have food access. We're probably struggling with this. This facility is not coping, I think. I think we run out of food pretty quickly. Where's the meat? What's the meat situation like? Out? No, you have meat. Do we have more meat? Okay, so we need more meat trucks here, I think. Let's grab a few more refrigeration vehicles. Should help things out a little bit, because there is meat available. Certainly there is. But I think they're going to so many different places from here that we might be in a bit of trouble. Okay, heading into winter again. Painful. How are we doing with regards to food just in general? This should be fine. This is still... actually... we may need more workers. We're going we're going through food really quickly these days. That thing should still have some stuff in there. Yeah, so we do need to be a little bit cautious about our food. We probably need another food production area. Plenty of workers should be ready to go over here. These are all full. These paths need to be built. Let's get moderate assigned right over there to start working on these paths. They're actually able to get over here to get to the sports hall for some sports and entertainment. What we will need to do is we will need to provide some additional access there, which we will do once we've got it kind of set up there. These people should now be able to get to the... I can get to the school and the likes. Okay, well, it's a slow and steady process. What's going on here? So that's done. That's all done. There's a section here that's not done. Right? So we need... We are missing a few pieces here. So we need this to do that, right? Because this is coal drop-off and this is the iron ore drop-off, and we don't have that connectivity here, so we do need that to tie in. Let's get that going, and let's make sure to assign maybe Kioski onto this, so that we can get working on it. I wish I could... is this having... beautiful. So this should be good now in terms of certain bits and pieces. We do need Kioski onto as much of this as we can. Can we get maybe Zacto come and work on any of these sections as we potentially can? Just get all of these paths done. Okay, so this guy has lots of stuff ready to go. We probably just need to assign it. So there's plenty of stuff that isn't... Yeah, so let's just... From a worker's perspective, you should be able to send workers to anywhere that needs workers, right? How is all of this going? You do need... Okay, that's moving along. Oh, there's still a section here that's not built? Should it be built? All of that, all through there. Yeah, there's just so much that needs to be done. Where's this train? Okay, give me that. And what I'll do is I'll get rid of you, go back, and what we'll assign to you. Let's just assign various bits and pieces. We just need more stuff built, really. Anything here? Oh, Savasi is working on that. So probably our best bet is to just get in here and start working on a lot of these other bits. Presumably we can get there. You just want to assign a lot of this for construction, and even if you can't build it straight away, let's just assign it so that we see how that goes. Anything here and anything there, let's get that going. We don't need all of them done straight away though, but let's get moving on that. There's a section here that needs to be built, so let's get maybe... Oh, Moderate can't get there. Okay, interesting. Oh yeah, the helicopters built it. We get Moderate Air to come and do that section for us. Thank you. So this needs a road, actually. Let's assign it over there, just so that we don't have it burned down. Though we wouldn't, we have helicopters around that should be able to sort it out fairly reasonably. All of that section is done, though. But it still needs electrification. We may be in a position where electrification can start. At least some of these locations. Okay, let's actually do that. Let's see about getting a bit of electrification going on. Let's get that done. And this is electrified, right? No, it's not. Let's get that going and see about getting Savasi to maybe make a start on that. But my goodness, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode, really. Let's just assign the Savasi guys. They're over here. What are they working on? They're all working on something. But let's assign the electrification project to them as well. So we'll slowly make it work. This is tedious. This rail work here is tedious, and this is the component that I think is still a little bit challenging with regards to the realistic mode. Having complex rail setups like this is really challenging if you have to. The logic around how they go about building it is just not a lot of fun to deal with, really. Okay, we've got people that's able to kind of move into various locations, so that's good. Got water and everything going on here. And are we seeing people? Oh, we are seeing people. Let's drop this down a little bit. We don't necessarily need all of that. Actually, we have almost no one coming to university here. Let's pop that in. That should be a reasonable number. And then we do have ability for students to come in should they want to. But typically they're already students when they or have already been students when they move over here. But that's good. That's at least good. So we should be able to maintain a reasonable amount of educated workforce in this location. If we quickly then go back to ExactChaos here, where we've opened up this area, we still don't see any. Okay, well, let's open up the next one. We should start seeing some people actually coming to some of these. Yeah, we're not fully loaded in terms of this. You should have heating, right? You don't have heating? Bastards. You have heating, right? You don't? Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Did I not? There's heating there. There's heating for you. There's heat. Okay. I just. Okay, so all the housing has heating. Even you have heating, so you don't have heating. Okay, so these buildings don't have heating, and I'm assuming you don't have heating either. Oh, you have heating. Okay, so what we will need to do is bring in an extra heating plant somewhere. Just go underground, have a quick look at what's happening with heating. That's, so we would basically need to bring in heating from here. Oh, we finished this off, right? So this should be, nice and heated now. Good, we've got our tourists coming in. Okay, so what we need to do is get an extra, I think heating plant somewhere over here. Let's quickly do that before we forget again. So we want probably a large heat exchanger. Yeah, actually, this area here is not bad. Okay, so if we put a heat exchanger in that spot, that's okay. That seems reasonable. What I'll do is I'll get it. Let's see about before we build up too much other stuff. Let's just get it connected. I am hopeful. Is this a forwarding station? It's an exchanger. So no, this is a heating pump. Can we run it from that side? I wouldn't, or do we run it from the middle so we have an extra one that can go this way? I think so. Let's run it from the middle. Heating pump. Please work. Okay, good. Good starting point. We go. This is challenging because of I was kind of thinking. Can get there. It can't get. Oh, it can get there. Where am I heading? I'm heading over there. Oh, it works. Let's smooth it out a little. Okay, let's do that. That should get us heating in that location. So let's make a start on that. We're gonna need it. It's only a few buildings that doesn't have it, so it's not gonna be the end of the world. But let's just make sure to get our construction on these guys moving quickly. Do that, and we'll get Zacto on both of those to get them moving straight away. That'll be good. Yeah, we don't have a lot of time left before things get snowy. before things get started. This is slowly getting built, which is fine. I don't mind it. We don't even have people moving in here in the real any big interesting rates yet. We can also probably start construction of some of these, and I'm kind of tempted to bring a path out that way. Yeah, that's going to be much better. So let's do that. I know it's a little untidy. And we're not going to be able to do the same thing over here, are we? But we may be able to do that. Right, so let's just get all of that done. These guys should be signing to all of this, really. So let's get that done. It should be able to get all of that built, and then everybody should be able to hook up to everything here, and we should have a bit of housing here, and there should still be reasonable amounts of workers available. Yeah, but really we're missing out on the workforce here. We are asking for workers to come in, but they're not actually joining us here just yet. We do have plenty of tourists, which is making us a reasonable amount of money there. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Is this still under construction? No. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Do leave me some comments. I know things are slow and tedious at the moment, but hopefully things will only snowball from here. Who's unhappy? Ooh, someone here is unhappy? Why? What are you missing? Drinking water? Ah, it might be the drinking water issue. We're not able to fill this up quick enough, and that's part of our problem in this location. Even though we've got barely any people living here, we've got very few people living here at the moment, we still can't seem to be dropping in water quick enough. You're empty, so you need to go. Anyway, we will have to be... Yeah, we will have to sort us out. We will have to sort out a little bit of work with regards to the water infrastructure here. What's going on? Are you missing something, or why aren't you actually building anything? Can I get you to also make a start over there? Where's the other guy? Are you actively building? Doesn't seem to be the case. That is quite weird, isn't it? Anyway, oh, now you seem to be heading out to the right location. Okay, anyway, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.